welcome, good morning. You're here with me, Jen the Taxidermy Witch, and if anybody is worried about what happened to me yesterday, or if somebody was like, what happened to the letter E? Where is she? I got a bunch of, like, all the rest of my furniture, and I thought that I could move one piece of it, like, after... I got a whole bunch up here with help, and then there's one piece, and it was my apothecary shelf with all the drawers. Probably weighs 250 pounds. Just really good old solid furniture, you know. And I thought I'll just slide it up the stairs, I'll be fine. I got it halfway up the stairs, so I got it up 7 or 6 stairs. I think we have 13 steps on our staircase. I got it almost all the way up, and then it pushed me halfway down and I fell. I almost like kind of did the splits, and instead I decided to like curl up and roll. So once more people come on to the stream, I want to talk more about that. But let's go ahead and hop right into the letters, and then after that we can have a chat about what happened to me yesterday. So, because it was a lot more to it than I'm talking about right now. Alright, hi Danny, how are you? So good to see you, welcome. So we're doing yesterday's letter E right now because I fell down the stairs yesterday. We're starting with Ebony. So let's start with that. Good morning, everyone. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, have a smoke. Share a joke. I like the violent femmes. Alright, Ebony. There are 2 magical intentions to this, and there's no planet, element, or gender. The 2 magical intentions of Ebony are protection and power. Next we have Echinacea. This is one that I use a lot, especially when wintertime comes around in tinctures and things like that. There's a really simple one that Lady Gravedancer makes that I make of hers, and it's Echinacea, elderberry, and Bragg's apple cider vinegar. And in a month or 2 you have something, if you take a little bit of it every day, I'm not a doctor, it helps keep colds away. Echinacea has 1 magical intention, no gender, planet, or element. And the magical intention is strengthening spells. That's all. Just, it's, if you add it in, it strengthens spells. Alright, next we have ENDIVE. I'm guessing that's how you pronounce it in German. ENDIVE. Like, I think that W-E-I comes out as a Z, or a V, ENDIVE. I could be wrong though. So there's 2 magical intentions. There's no planet, element, or gender. It seems like a lot of these E letters are missing, or just don't need or have planet, element, or gender. So the 2 magical intentions of ENDIVE are invisibility and bulletproofing. If anybody knows where to get their hands on this or has some, I'd love some. Next we have elderberry. That's something that we forage here, and it's another really good one, and it's the other ingredient in the Echinacea and elderberry one I was just telling you about. So elderberry though has 5 magical intentions, which is fantastic. Planet, an element, and a gender. 5 magical intentions are exorcism, protection, healing, prosperity, and sleep. Planet is Venus, element is water, gender is feminine. Next we have Elecampane. 3 magical intentions, a planet, a gender, and an element. Love, protection, and psychic powers. Planet is Mercury, element is air, gender is masculine. Next we have elm. Elm! Really cool wood to use. 1 magical intention, a planet, an element, and a gender. Magical intention is love. Saturn, water, feminine. Hey Debbie, good morning. How are ya? If you stick around till the end, I have a funny story to tell about what happened to me yesterday. Alright, next we have ENDIVE. 2 magical intentions, planet, element, and gender. Endive is that bitter stuff that you find in salads, or sometimes in restaurants they'll grill it. Like cut it in half and grill it, but it's really bitter, which to me, bitter things have really cool magical uses sometimes. So, magical intentions for ENDIVE are love and lust. The planet is Jupiter, the element is air, and the gender is masculine. Next we have Eringo, something I've never worked with or really heard of, but it has 4 magical intentions, planet, element, gender. So it's good for traveler's luck, peace, lust, and love. Hey Katie Ross, good morning, so nice to see you. Planet is Venus, element is water, gender is feminine. Next we have one I use a lot. It is eucalyptus. Yeah, I'll be telling a story of what happened to me yesterday. Eucalyptus has 2 magical intentions, a planet, an element, and a gender. Healing and protection are the magical intentions. Moon, water, and feminine. A lot of the time when the planet is the moon, the gender will be feminine. When the planet is the sun, the gender is probably going to be masculine. Right? Oh, that's perfect, Katie. That's perfect. And anything you guys don't catch while I'm saying it, because I say it so quickly, you can note down later in your Book of Shadows. Okay, next we have EUPHORBIA. Is that... I know I wrote it down right, because I like triple check when I'm writing it. EUPHORBIA. Interesting. I would think that you could use it for euphoria, or euphoric workings. Or like astral, or... psychic workings, something like that. Not psychic, like astral workings. Alright, 2 magical intentions to EUPHORBIA. Purification and protection. I could have been really tired and wrote this down wrong, but I think this is right. Planet is Saturn. Element is water. Gender is feminine. Next we have Eyebright. I love this magical herbs, and I'm going to tell you I have to write on the card something that's not on here. Is what I use it for, and I use it for potency or to heighten any other working. Also, like, for instance, the 2 magical intentions Scotty gives for Eyebright are mental powers and psychic powers. But I added to things to make them more potent because it's just the way that Eyebright works with me, with my energetic vibrations. So, potency and to heighten a working. Also, it's called Eyebright. So if you're doing anything with vision, whether that be seeing visions of things or visualizing, it's got the word I in it. Okay, so just remember, you can use the word that's branded into the name. Like if it's called Bluebell, you could add the blue elements of like blue and color magic. Like let's say you didn't have a blue candle, but you had Bluebell. You know what I'm saying? Or if you know, like black cohosh, you could use that in place of like a black cloth on the table or something. It's however it makes sense to you. And if that name is branded into the herb, I always resonate with it that way. Okay, so Eyebright, Scotty says it's good for mental powers and psychic powers. I use it for visualizing visions, potency, and to heighten any working. The planet is the sun, the element is air, and the gender is masculine. Okay, so that's all of E. And so that was yesterday's done. Patreon's down below if you want to support the channel and view all of my exclusive witchcraft working videos. Which you'll understand why these are back here after I tell my story when we're done with F. There's only a few cards in each of these. I think maybe we have 12 cards here to go over for F, so it won't take terribly long. Here we go. F, we start with fennel. Fennel, fennel. Hey Joyce Jordan, how are you? It's so good to see ya. So fennel, Scotty has 3 magical intentions for it, a planet, an element, and a gender. Protection, healing, and purification. Mercury, fire, and masculine. And look, it's a spicy herb, right? Spicy spice, fennel. Its masculine element is fire, but the planet's Mercury. Maybe it's because it's a spicy vegetable. Maybe spicy vegetables are Mercury. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Alright, next we have fungreek. I think that this is like an Indian spice, if I'm not wrong. Like in kind of curry type things, but I'm not sure. So it has 1 magical intention, a planet, an element, and a gender. Magical intention for Fungrik is money. So your money incenses and your money powders, and crush it up in your mortar and pestle and anoint a candle with some money oil and roll it in those Fungrik chunks, you know, stuff like that. Planet Mercury, element air, gender masculine. So when something only has one magical vibration, I say that makes it like, you know how cinnamon has 8 or 9 magical intentions to it, plus whatever you feel with it. Well, if you have one that just has one, it just feel like it heavily vibrates that. So you do have to like go in the green book and you do your research, look it up, see if it just has one. But I would note that fenugreek or Fungrik just carries that money vibration really strongly, okay? All right. Next, fern. Fern, I have to note that there's a separate listing for male fern when we get to M. They're different. At ferns, you have to note it as a poison because some ferns are poisonous. Okay, so you should treat all of them like they're poisonous. So fern actually has all of 7, as many as 7 magical intentions. Planet is Mercury, element is air, gender is masculine. Okay, Mercury, air, masculine. The magical intentions are for fern are rain making. So out here we have loads of ferns. They're just everywhere. You could, if you really needed rain, you could go out and collect a big bundle of ferns and just like shake it, and do like a rain dance, like a Native American rain dance, and get a stick and cover it with ferns and like bang it on the ground. That's the kind of workings I like to do, where you take big sticks, tie herbs to them, wave them through the air. I'm not saying you have to go outside naked, but if it's summer, why not, you know, connect to the earth even more. It's winter, that's cold. But you know what I'm saying. Even if it's winter and it's cold and you have all your clothes on, you can take your hands and put them in the earth. You know what I'm saying? And put your gloves on later. So rainmaking, the fern. Protection, luck, riches. So you could do a money dance with it. Eternal youth, health, and exorcism. Eternal youth. You could make a fern wand stick type thing and do some workings on somebody and beat them with the fresh fern, like their naked skin. They don't have to be naked, they could be in a bathing suit or shorts and a tank top. And you could beat their skin with this lightly, and because that's what I like to do when I get out of the bath with fresh wormwood, is just take that fresh and beat those vibrations of spirit communication all over my body. Alright, so health and exorcism. Again, you could put these to the end of an exorcism stick. It would be so good. So planet is Mercury, element is air, gender is masculine. There's so much to the fern. We should definitely do some cool working videos with that. You can take even a small bit of fern and burn it for rainmaking. Thank you, Joyce. And that's another good one. Like, they don't take very long to dry out. They're a plant that actually does need a lot of water, or they dry out real quickly. And once you cut them from the earth, they immediately start to dry out. So this isn't one you will even need a dehydrator for. If you're able to go get fern and just maybe tie up a couple little branches and put them into your little window where the sun comes down, and just not in a cold, dark corner, you're going to be good. And you can burn them in your cauldron, or you can throw them into a campfire or into your hearth, your fireplace, or your wood stove. All of that counts. You're still burning that plant, the smokes are rising, your intention is there, and the herb has those energies, and you know those energies, so you are really, really speaking that into the universe. Next we have feverfew. One magical intention, planet, element, and gender. Magical intention of feverfew is protection. Venus, water, and masculine. Fig. You guys know that fig is one of our favorites to work with at Juckshire Farms. By the way, I think that there's only 5 days till Alex goes to Texas. That's part of my story I'm going to tell in about 6 or 7 cards here. Alright, so fig has 3 magical intentions, a planet, an element, and a gender. Divination, fertility, and love. Jupiter, fire, masculine. And I take these into quarters and I cut them up and I put them in the dehydrator. They're beautiful when they're done. Or you can just dehydrate it whole. Might take 5 or 6 days on a good higher heat. Or 2 weeks at 80 or 90. Figwort. Figwort has 2 magical intentions, a planet, an element, and a gender. We have health and protection for Figwort. I don't know what Figwort is. Venus, water, and feminine. Next we have flax. I actually use flax a lot because it's in my kitchen. I have both brown flax and golden flax. I love to add them to hummus and then take those flat pretzel chip things, you know, the like flat pretzel chips, I don't know what else to call them, and eat hummus with flax on top, like lots of flax though. Cover the top with flax and just, they make these things called flackers. And then I make this like raw macadamia dip. I can't even tell you. Whenever I make it for people, they think it's cheese, like ricotta cheese. I'm like, no, it's macadamia nuts, raw. Everything's raw. They're like, what? Alright, anyway. Flax is awesome because I already have it around the house, and so I put it in my jars in my witchcraft room. Alright, so 5 magical intentions. Planet, element, gender. Money, protection, beauty, psychic powers, healing. Planet Mercury, element fire, gender masculine. Really good stuff. Like, it's got those omega-3s, but when you get your flax, get it raw. Get it raw so that none of those beautiful, like, vitamins and micronutrients are cooked out of it. Next we have fleabane, which comes up in a lot, but I've never actually used it before because I haven't been able to get my hands on it. 3 magical intentions, planet, element, and gender. So we have exorcism, protection, and chastity. Venus, water, and feminine. Next we have foxglove, which I can't remember who was talking about it, but we were talking about it being a poison. Who was talking about it? If I think hard enough, I can probably remember. Was it Brittany? So it's a poison, that's for sure. It's gorgeous, though. And here we get it in purple, pink, light pink, and white. Like purple, fuchsia, pink, and white. And it's amazing. And sometimes before the white ones have blossomed, they're this like lime green. It's just so gorgeous. So 1 magical intention is protection, which is so funny because it's dangerous to us. So however you decide to memorize that, you're going to have to... Oh, I know! They kind of look like little bells, don't they? The foxglove. And bells are usually like a warning. Right? I don't know. That's how I'll remember it. Alright, so the planet is Venus, the element is water, and the gender is feminine. And I always think of foxes as females, and it's not because of like the word foxy, it's just because of like maybe their red color or something like that. Or their little masked faces. Wait, that's a raccoon. Anyway. I personally vibrate with foxes as a female. Next we have frankincense, one of my very, very favorite things and something I use loads. Thank you again, Purple Sky, for sending me that bunch of frankincense. I'm still using it, and it's getting lower, but I mean, you sent me a lot, so I appreciate that. Thank you for the donation to the channel. If anybody wants to donate, Patreon's down below. So, there are 3 magical intentions here, and then a planet, an element, and a gender. And then I have 2 magical intentions of my own. So, frankincense is huge. It's one of the, first, I would say, it's one of the 10 things I couldn't live without in my practice, because I do a lot of addiction magic, withdrawal magic, and recovery magic. And I'll definitely be writing a book on that one day. But let's talk about the magical intentions under Scotty. Protection, exorcism, and spirituality. Exorcism ties right into that addiction magic because it helps you exorcise the addiction, yeah? Remove that addiction. And I think spirituality connects to it too, because think of Catholic Mass. Myrrh and frankincense and their censer. And if you go to a Catholic Mass, they're really gorgeous. You know, they're gorgeous. They have this beautiful big gold censer that they put burning fresh resins in, and they... the whole hall, you can smell it. It's absolutely amazing. It's a beautiful experience. I love all kinds of religions, though. I always have. I think talking to God, or your personal connection to God, is such a cool thing. And no matter what avenue you get there, I just think it's cool you're there, you know? I'm not talking about a lot of people who say that they're religious, but they're really not, you know. That's just saying, I've had to go to my church my whole life, you know. But religions that aren't pressured, where you want to do them yourself, I love that. So, Scotties are protection, exorcism, spirituality. Planet is the sun, gender is masculine, and element is fire. Mine are addiction magic, opiate withdrawal, and addiction, like recovery. And then, yeah, Catholic Mass, we brought that up. So, frankincense. And then also I read a book that was written in the 20s by somebody who was doing addiction magic. And they were ingesting it. And then so, but you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that, but it is part of some types of addiction and withdrawal magic, is ingesting it. So before you were to ever do that, I would do your research. I have done that, and it does help. But I would never suggest it to anybody else. I'm not a doctor, you know. And we make our own personal choices, like, depending on how you're feeling. Am I going to go there, you know? Me working with wormwood all the time will probably shorten my life a little bit, you know. But you have to figure out, like, for your personal self, if this gain that you're getting now is worth that last, you know, some bits of time off of your life. And everybody has that own personal choice they can make for themselves. So anyway, we have 2 cards left, and then I'll tell you what happened to me yesterday. So we have fumitory. 2 magical intentions, a planet, an element, and a gender. We have money and exorcism for the intentions. Saturn, earth, and feminine. Fuzzy weed. 2 magical intentions, no planet, no element, no gender. Love and hunting. And if you love hunting, you should get yourself some fuzzy weed. Alright guys, so that is and was E and F. And now I can tell you what happened to me yesterday. So remember day before yesterday I did all my videos super early at like 4, 5, and 6 in the morning. Because my furniture, like all the rest of my big furniture, was coming. So I wanted to wake up hella early and then get all of that stuff unpacked and then show you guys a tour of the loft when I did the letter E. So here's what happened. I had help for like a couple of hours, and then I didn't have room for, and I'm like too picky about things, like I can't have too much in the way. And someone strong, Alex, offered, you want me to bring this upstairs for you? And I was like, no, I'll just do it myself later. And he's like, it's like, are you sure? Yeah. And it was my apothecary drawers, and they're made of oak, and they're solid, and it's just like so heavy. It's probably 200 pounds or more. And I'm 130, 145. I don't know how much I weigh. Probably like 130, 140. So anyway, I can't, it's like this big. It's too big to like lift like this. So I decided to get it up on this, because the loft, right? I got to go up 12 or 13 stairs. So I push it against the wall, and the wall's holding it. And then I'm like pushing it up the stairs. And I realize when I get up like 3 stairs how heavy it is. And the fact that if at any moment I just like move the wrong way, it's going to send me flying backwards. So I stood there and I was like, Spirit guides, please help me get this thing up the stairs. Just please help me get this thing up the stairs, me safe, whatever. My ears started ringing, which I should have listened. They're telling me, no, this is not going to work. Because whenever my ears start ringing as a clairaudient, I know that that's a sign. And if they were going to help me safely, I wouldn't have had that ringing in my ears. But right as I was asking for it, both ears started to ring. I should have listened. I didn't. So I get up 7 or 8 stairs. And then I lift my back foot to like do the push. And just, it was one torque of the wrong way, and then that 200-pound shelf, luckily, went off the side of the stairs, because we don't have railing on one side. Just, it's like, it's very unsafe, let's just say that. And luckily, I didn't go off the side of the stairs, but I rolled downward to the landing and then hit the wall. So it's not like I fell all the way down the stairs or anything. But mind you, this is at the end of the day when I was like, I'd been working all day since, I don't know, I woke up at 7 and then I was getting ready to do my videos at like 7. So I've been working for 12 hours moving stuff. I got all Peg's stuff downstairs. Now it's only my stuff up here. And I can't wait to show that to you guys. But whenever you know, and like, especially if you ask, I asked. I don't know why I asked. My spirit guides directly told me that this wasn't going to work. And then, you know, so it's just another lesson. Like, A, if you're going to ask, you should listen. And B, you should always ask and then try to listen, right? So anyway, I effed my back. And it hurts very bad. Lots of ice at this moment. And trying to just do like small things in my room today, work on Etsy orders, etc. So now I have to show you this, which is really cool. Remember we were talking all about Brussels sprouts and stuff? Well, it's almost like, what's the word, serendipity, when it like happens just as it should. That I had made this into a big spine with the coccyx, the sacrum, L1 through 5, T1 through 12, if you guys know what a human spine looks like, all the cervical vertebrae, the atlas, and then I even drew a brain at the top so that I can use this spine as a poppet for where I hurt myself. But I made this before I hurt myself, and I was just going to show you guys and ask anybody if they needed a back pain working, because I have 2 of them. If there were 2 people out there who needed a working from me for their back pain, well, now I'm going to use one, but I still have another one if somebody needs a back pain working. So that's the spine poppet that I'm using. And I wanted to do a video on this. And I will get to that for Patreon, because I've already written out the entire working. See? So, I've been busy. And don't think that I ditched you guys yesterday, because I literally was waiting all day to see you guys, and then that happened. So just remember, if there's ringing in your ears, if you don't have like a medical disorder that justifies the ringing, that's one way that our spirit guides communicate with us. And when you ask your questions, ask them out loud, you know. If other people are around, just whisper them. But, like, ask them aloud. I really do think that it matters. And if you're getting that ringing in your ears when you've not asked a question, you need to think about, what was I just thinking about? Because you'll just be daydreaming about something, and then your ears will start to ring. And that's our clairaudience. You know, that's when it's just one way that they're able to communicate with us outside of numbers and outside of our animals or pets being weird. You know, there's a lot of interesting ways that our spirit guides communicate with us. But for me, the biggest is ringing. And then when I started to really, really meditate on my clairaudience and try and heighten it that way and do astral projection to heighten it, etc., I started to literally hear voices, which really, really scare you at first, you know. But you're reading your book and you're like, okay, this is supposed to be happening, you know, so that's good. Oh yeah, Steve's is here. We got the chinchilla over here now, and yeah, really, Alex is leaving in 4 or 5 days, I guess. So I bet he's not too sad, because it's like freezing outside here in the mornings. So cold in Seattle. Hi, Otis. Come here, Otis. Come here, bud. You don't like to be on camera? He's really been blessing all of the magical workings, though, you guys. He's been, whenever I start something, he like jumps up and just rubs on the working instead of rubbing on me. Or he'll see an area where I'm just getting ready to prepare working, and then he'll just go lay there. It's so funny. But yeah, definitely nice to have your spiritual familiars, or your animal familiars help you with your workings. Gives a completely different vibration and energy. He's one smart kitty. Right, bub? Right? Yes, you are. Alright guys, so I will see you. I need to work on Etsy orders today and get my Patreon videos out. Again, if you guys want to see the exclusive Patreon videos I've been doing on witchcraft workings, join Patreon down below for as little as $1 to $5 a month. I will take it easy, and I wanted to say hi to everybody before I left. Hello, John. I haven't seen you in a while, and it's really nice to see you. Yeah, I'm okay and I'm alright, Katie. Hey, Freshwater Fairies, it's good to see you. Silver Willow, good to see you. Foxglove is the plant that is poison because it contains digoxin, from which we get digitocin, used in heart medications. Can stop your heart. Yeah, means digitocin. I'm gonna have to look that one up. Oh, look, Otis did want to say hi. Otis! Good boy. Hi, buddy. You love that pillow, huh? He does. This is my herbal pillow I stuffed with all that juniper and my dreads and so many things. Hi, buddy. Yeah. Come here. Come here. I love you. I love you. He really is the best, though. Oh. Where are you going? Don't leave. I love you so much. I can't believe you came home to me. I feel so blessed every day he came back. I can't believe he came back. You're such a blessing. You're such a fucking blessing. Him's hiding his head in my little elbow armpit thing. You love that, don't you? And he loves if I don't, like, you know how some people don't shower every single day. I usually take a shower every other day. And then that second day, he just loves to lick my arm because it has salt on it or something. I don't know. But anyway. Cats are like that. They like their people to have scent. In, like, old, not Victorian, like Tudor and Victorian times, did you know that they didn't bathe or shower because they said that water would, like, leak out their humors. And your humors are, it's like your spirit. So they really thought that your humors or your spirit would get intoxicated by water because they saw water as a very dangerous thing. Like, water could kill people, you know, so people didn't drink it. They didn't, you know, I mean, I'm guessing that they had to at some point, but it's like they feared water, you know, so they really didn't bathe. They didn't wash their hair. They used a lot of essential oils. One of my favorite essential oil blends is called Napoleon Blend. It's lavender, bergamot, orange, lemon, and surfleur, which is the orange flower petal oil from that. And petitgrain is from the leaf, which smells really good too, but that's not in this. So it's orange, lemon, lavender, petitgrain, excuse me, lavender, orange, lemon, surfleur, and bergamot. And that's what Napoleon wore all the time, every day, instead of, like, he just never ever bathed. And when people talk about that, they're like, ew, Napoleon never bathed, like he was the only one. It's like people of that time, you know. Anyway, I bet their cats loved them. Right, Otis? Right? Oh my god, you're so cute. Show everybody how cute you are. Go the other way. You're so cute. And he's gained so much weight. He's such a little chubmaroos. That's okay. He's a happy boy. And Steve's came home yesterday, our chinchilla, so he's got at least another pet up here to, like, look at or whatever. But when the power went out up here for 3 days and 3 nights, I couldn't sleep with him because it was just too cold to be up here. Because it's been, like, getting so cold. He is a precious bean. It's getting so cold that it has been freezing at night. So up here it's like, 50 or 45. Maybe not 45, maybe like 50, but when you're in your jammies, that's pretty cold. Well, my boy is covered with hair, so he'll stay okay. I set him up with blankets, but he was so bummed out that I didn't come up and sleep with him, and I was trying to spend time up here during the day working on my orders, etc. But when I came up, he was doing the thing like, dogs do, or they like walk underneath your feet and you trip on them or whatever because they need attention and they need love, and I just felt so bad. So then after 3 nights of not sleeping with him, when I got the power fixed and came up to sleep with him, he was just like, wouldn't leave. He hasn't left I've been back 3 nights. 2 nights. He hasn't left my side. Like, he's just really worried I'm gonna leave again. And my mom was like, haha, now he knows how you felt when he left you. I was like, oh. But we're both really glad to be back in each other's lives, I hope, right, bud? Right? Is that right? Yeah? You're happy all the time? You sleep better in that temperature? Me too. If it was 50 degrees outside of me and I had all the blankets and pillows I need, I actually like to be in the buff, but under a bunch of blankets and pillows. And then that way, it's just like if I get too hot, I can just get to I can't sleep if I feel trapped. It's that whole kind of claustrophobic thing, I was having some trippy dreams this morning and last night. Really weird ones. Oh, alright. Well, this was a really fun live stream, you guys. I'm so glad we got to have some cuddle time with Otis, too. Right, bud? You're so cute! He's so cute! He's so cute! He's so cute! I love him. But no, really good to see you guys, and thank you for understanding about yesterday, and if you didn't hear what happened to me yesterday, go back a little bit. Talk to you guys soon, and we'll have a Patreon video coming out on the back working poppet, the spine poppets back there with the Brussels sprout stalks. And, yeah. Sounds good. Love you guys. Hi, Madam Butterfly. See you soon, guys. Bye-bye. Kiss, kiss, ta. Kiss, kiss, ta.